This is my 1966 Volkswagen Bug with a 1990 RX-7 turbo motor in it. I have it up in the air right now to show you how the plumbing's done and some of the other doodads. So up front here, you got your radiator. There's a cutout on the bottom here. There's your air scoop. Radiator's out of a 95 RX-7 eBay special. Got your cooling fans. Got the back of the spare tire well cut out. There's a Walbro 255 pump under the gas tank. Ran new 5/16 line all the way through. Down all the gauges in the dashboard. eBay special, water, oil temp, oil pressure. Not bad for 50 bucks. Got the ECU wired. Strapped to the back seat. And then here's the motor. A little cramped on the driver's side, so I go with the Spectre Easy Bend intake tube for now until I make a proper intake. There's your MAF. All the piping is 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches EMT. You must run the double pulley or you're going to burn through belts, or search online. Someone does make a bracket to mount the alternator here, because as you can tell, there is not enough water pump pulley surface and you will burn the belts. Back here we got the coils all mounted up nice and neat. Just finished up making a double stack 72 pass oil cooler, because these things need a lot of oil cooling. So I had enough clearance here, as you can see. Got the oil coolers. One feeds the other. Use the old track bar, moved it forward, welded it straight to the bumper brackets. Then as you can see, the cooling lines, they run down the chassis. Because this car is on air and sits pretty low. I didn't want to take out the pipes. So, as you can see, it runs all the way down and cuts in right in the wheel well. And you can see the back of the piping. So this is a factory Japanese motor, harness, stock boost, all the sensors, no standalone. Made it all work. On this side, the exhaust is pretty tight. Comes off the turbo, U-bend, muffler, and little dump tube. And you can see on this side, the water pipes run down the sides. Nothing under the middle. Gives you plenty of ground clearance. It's a Kennedy adapter plate. You gotta modify the cross member right here to fit these big bolts, or get some bun head Allen bolts and you won't have to modify it. So there's a couple eBay specials on here. You got your cheesy ass blow off valve, but it does hold boost and does make choo-choo sounds. Mo radiator filler neck, couple tight U-bends, modified the factory thermostat housing, cutting the 45 off of it. Then a couple other little mods. Made myself my own 3-inch drop spring plates. Modified Super Beetle air shocks, so when I'm driving around I can air up and keep the wheels level, not eat up tires. And the front's on air as well. It is a ball joint front end, so you could just get some late 70s Mustang rear air shocks, mount those guys, get a lift right little air compressor, off you go. I decided to keep the back separate. The back has its very own compressor. And as you can see, I got my fuel pump, coil, and ECU relay. Got the harness all bundled up. Back to the air ride. Got our nice little dual needle gauge. Got a 3-way toggle switch, up for front, down for back. Your releases. And if you're wondering about the paint, this is all Rust-Oleum. This is straight out can, but prep work is everything. If you don't prep it, you don't let the paint dry for a couple days before you put a different color on it, it will wrinkle and turn to shit. So the radiator here, going back to it, see, here's the scoop. There's my shoe. So some people cut the front wide open. Some people make a scoop like this. Some people do it like an old 80s GTA Pontiac, where they'll put a piece of flexible plastic and create an air dam. I chose the scoop, and with the hood down, you can't really tell unless you get really low and look for the scoop. The beam is, I narrowed it myself, 2 inches. Bunch of empty crap, empty drop spindles, empty disc brakes. More Rust-Oleum. Car's filthy, but hey, it happens. And yes, the motor does fit in here completely. If you need a hood prop, get a number 1 Phillips screwdriver. Fits great. So I chose to run the offside deck lid. That way the top mounted intercooler gets some air. But as you can see, you got a lot of clearance. It is tight, but it will close all the way. But I wanted fresh air over the intercooler. Total build, a little over 3,000 bucks. Found the motor in Alhambra, California for 1,700 bucks. ECU, pretty much everything. Good guys over there. Adapter plate from Kennedy, I think was $670 with the counterweight, because RX-7s have a counterweighted flywheel. So you need to get the counterweight when you run the modified Volkswagen pressure plate. So currently I've taken up to Willow Springs, ran the 1,000-foot drag race and pulled a 1103 and 96 in 3rd gear. And the boost falls off down to 5 pounds towards the upper end. So with the boost controller and RTEC ECU upgrade, make 250 on the stock turbo, probably have to bump the secondaries up to 750s. And then if you get a bigger turbo, you could get anywhere from 3 to 360. So this thing's definitely on its way. Venco supplied the transmission. It's called their turbo box. So it's a Super Beetle first gear, second gear and main shaft, welded third and fourth hubs, a super def, hardened or heavy duty side plate. So far it's been holding up pretty good. Thanks for watching.